That down. Let's move on to this, shall we? We've got a brand new DCU coming. Of course, it's going to be, big screen wise, kicked off with Superman. We've got Creature Commandos coming as well on the TV screen in animated form. But lest you forget, there's another DC movie actively in the works, which is Supergirl. Now, we've got our Supergirl. She's been cast. I forget, what's her name?
Millie Alcock.
Alcock, that's right. Millie Alcock from House of the Dragon, who is so good in House of the Dragon. I think she's going to be a bonkers good Supergirl. I think she's going to be an excellent Supergirl. Anyway, the casting continues as now one of my other favorite shows from last year, Three Body Problem. They've just added a cast member of theirs to the new Supergirl movie, as Deadline is reporting that Supergirl, fine, sir, you got to forgive me, guys, I have no idea how to pronounce this. I've read it a couple of times, but I don't know how to pronounce it out loud. Ruthye Mary Knolle in the Three Body Problems, Eve Ridley has joined the movie. This is what Deadline has to say. Sources tell us that Three Body Problem actress Eve Ridley has landed the part of, again, I'm not sure, Ruthye Mary Knolle, or Knolle, in DC Studios and Warner Brothers' Supergirl. The movie is based on Tom King's 2022 comic book series Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow, in which, again, forgive me for pronunciations, Bilquis Evely illustrated. Anne Noguera adapted the comic book for the big screen. In that comic, the bad guy is Krem of the Yellow Hill, who kills a young alien girl's father. She draws Supergirl into the conflict. Knolle is a noble and honorable warrior who travels across the galaxy with Supergirl to hunt Krem for killing her father in cold blood. Dun, dun, dun. Now, if you guys will remember her, Eve Ridley from Three Body Problem, she is a wee little girl
who just keeps dying.
Over and over and over again. Now, she is like, I don't know when they shot Three Body Problem. I don't know if it was shot 2 years ago. So I don't know how significantly different she's going to look now. But clearly the first thing that jumps out to me is like, wow, she's young. She's young. So maybe they're adapting that a little bit, but she was really good in Three Body Problem. And so I just going to trust them at this point that if they're adding her, it's really exciting to a lot of people is that they're adapting that story, that Woman of Tomorrow storyline. A lot of people
newer one too.
Very, very excited about it. And it's kind of dark.
It's incredibly dark.
Yeah. It's going to be really interesting seeing James Gunn. I mean, he's not directing it personally, just this is his DCU. Seeing how they're going to go with that. So it's an interesting addition. Chris, you read about this. What do you think about the addition of Eve Ridley?
Ooh, it's very interesting because Eve Ridley is tremendous. She's so great in Three Body Problem. You absolutely care about this little girl immediately in that show because she just keeps dying in these horrific ways and does so each time in a way that she suffers, but also makes you, the audience, feel guilty as the people participating feel guilty.
Right.
So well done, so well executed. She's only 13.
Oh, is that how old she is?
She is 13 years old. And
I actually would have guessed a little bit younger.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, but she, in Hollywood, right? Playing younger and all that good stuff. But it does make me very interested in where they're going with this story as well. With Woman of Tomorrow, it's a pretty brutal story.
Yeah.
It's a very, very violent story. And I feel like this is going to push the envelope on what we all feel comfortable with too, of a lot of times we see heroes who have superpowers and they're superpowered and they're fighting aliens and we don't really see them get horrifically beat up. You do in that comic.
Right.
You absolutely do. And I'm wondering if that's part of this new kind of perspective on DC right here of, yeah, we've always seen like a very beautiful, poised Supergirl and her friends. What happens when they actually have to deal with true intergalactic warfare and an actual like war criminal and someone who does horrible, horrible things out of a brutality kind of mindset? Because we've had Thanos, right, committing actual genocide, but with a snap and with some things that have been distanced off. We haven't seen him really like, brutalize people.
Right,
exactly.
It felt very sanitized.
And so anyone who isn't familiar with the story, highly, highly recommend go grab this comic book. It's really, really fabulous. It came out in 2022, so a very, very recent story, all things considered, I believe. So I'm interested to see how they handle her and if it's handled with kids' gloves or it's no, if you have children warriors, this is what it's like.
I think one of the interesting things too to keep in mind about how dark the story can be, let's not forget, this is now James Gunn running the DCU. And if you look at his Suicide Squad and you look at his Peacemaker, on the one hand, great humor in both of them. They were fabulous. Great emotional depth to them as well. But no fear in being graphically violent. James Gunn doesn't have kitty gloves on when it comes to making. Now, he's not going to have all the DCU properties be rated R.
No.
But he's clearly not adverse to having really graphic violence.
Well, you look at what he did with Guardians 3.
Yeah.
They
There's a big body count in Guardians 3.
Florentief's Go Now still messes me up. Like that. Oh, I sob every time that scene happens. And it's again, he doesn't pull any punches. And that's not a rated R film. It's just so horrific that someone would do that to someone or something,
right,
that you immediately are just, it's just a punch to your chest. It's horrible.
And not to mention like the whole part, like when Star-Lord and Groot are kind of in that room and then Star-Lord's like, kill them all. And like literally they then kill them all.
Yeah.
Or when they're that great action sequence in Guardians 3 when they're going down the corridor and all the Guardians are like killing all the
with No Sleep Till Brooklyn.
Lot of killing.
Well, I mean, you have that entire planet that we had just seen people in their homes, people pushing their babies in carts, and they're all getting blown up.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Guys, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's video, The Perfect Jean. Look, you guys know I've been talking about The Perfect Jean for a while now. I absolutely love these. They fit like a dream, they look fantastic, and they are so comfortable, you forget you're even wearing pants. We all love jeans, but look, we all also know they can be a little bit uncomfortable for the boys, but not with The Perfect Jean. These jeans fit like they were custom made, stretch like you wouldn't believe, and they look absolutely fantastic. The Perfect Jean also has a seriously massive range of sizes, everything from 26 to 50 and lengths of 26 to 38. These have become my absolute go-to jeans whenever I'm hanging around the house or even going out for the day. And listen, the Perfect Jean isn't even just pants. They've revolutionized t-shirts as well. The Perfect Tee has just enough stretch to hide that beer belly while accentuating your arms and chest for that flawless look. My guys, it's finally time to stop crushing your balls in uncomfortable jeans by going to theperfectjean.nyc. Our listeners get 15% off your first order, plus free shipping, free returns, and free exchanges when you use the code CAMPEA at checkout. That's 15% off for new customers at theperfectjean.nyc with the promo code Campea. And after you purchase, they'll ask you where you heard about them. Please support the John Campea Show and tell them we sent you. F your khakis and get the perfect jean. Anyway, guys, question is for you. The cast list for Supergirl continues to expand, and they've just added the girl from Three Body Problem. It's all going to be about how do they use her, what's the character, how are they going to manifest it. But whatever you guys feel about this, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show Podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.